What's up? What it do? How you doing? I am back with another video. Today, EandE family, I'm showing you how to make a blue velvet cake. Don't go nowhere. So, a blue velvet, purple velvet, green velvet, red velvet. The only thing that changes in the recipe is the color of your food coloring. You can even do pastels. I'm not really sure about what cocoa you would use for that, because in the darker colors, you can use regular dark cocoa powder. I'm sure they make a white cocoa powder that you might be able to use for that. But there are recipes out there for like pink and orange and yellow velvet cake. So this one is going to start with 2 sticks of room temperature softened butter. And to that, we're going to add 2 cups of granulated sugar. So we're going to put our paddle down into our mixer. We're going to let this mix up until it is light and fluffy. So for about 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so our butter and sugar has been combining for about 1 to 2 minutes. Next, we're going to add 2 room temperature softened eggs. And as always, EandE family, if you don't feel comfortable cracking your eggs over the bowl, by all means, crack them into separate bowls so that you can look for any shells or imperfections. So that's 2 room temperature eggs. Next to we're going to add vanilla next to our eggs, butter, and sugar. So we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla to our butter and sugar. And we're going to get that mixed together for about 1 to 2 minutes. We just want to make sure that the eggs and the vanilla are well incorporated with the butter and the sugar. So next we're going to add our dry ingredients. So we're going to add 2 cups of, you can use all-purpose flour. I'm using cake flour for this. But we're going to add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, or 2 cups of cake flour. Next, we're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder. We're going to add a teaspoon of baking soda. We're going to add a teaspoon of salt. And it calls for 2 tablespoons of cocoa, but I find that 1 tablespoon works just as well. If you like the more cocoa taste in your velvet cake, by all means add the 2 tablespoons, but I'm just adding 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. And to that, I'm going to add 1 package of vanilla pudding. Besides the cake flour making your cakes taste absolutely amazing, this pudding gives it a whole nother level of yumminess. So we're going to get that added to our sifter too. So now we're going to sift all of these ingredients into our wet ingredients. So I have my bowl back on my mixer. I'm going to put my paddle back. I'm going to properly attach my paddle. 1 second. So I properly have my paddle back on my mixer. And I'm going to put this down in here. I have 1 to 1.5 cups of buttermilk, room temperature buttermilk, that I'm going to add to this. So we're going to start this up slow, and we're going to drizzle this in a little at a time until we've added the entire cup. And then we're going to let this mix for about 2 minutes. We don't want to overmix because we do not want our cake to come out tough. So about 2 minutes on the mixing. Okay, so the only thing left to do, y'all, is to add our food coloring. I actually did not have blue food coloring. So today, this is going to be a purple velvet cake. I can't wait to see what this looks like. So I just get this from my local baking store that you will go to get your like tips and whatever other baking needs you have. So if you have one in your area, check them out and, you know, buy the food coloring or whatever. So I'm not sure how much to add, so I'm going to add some in like that. And I'm going to let it mix to see where the color is. Look at that color, that purple. Oh my God, purple is my favorite color. And this is giving me all the feels and vibes of the purple that I love. Because I love the deep purple. But look at that, that's beautiful. Okay, so next, we're gonna get into our pans. So I went back and forth about if I should turn these into tiers or do cupcakes. We're doing cupcakes today. Why? Because it's easy. Tier cakes are easy too, but y'all know I love a cupcake, so I ain't gonna make no excuse about it. So we're just gonna get our cupcake tins filled up. So I just take my ice cream scoop like this, and I get down in my batter like that. And I fill up my cupcake holder like that. Simple and easy. If you want, you could put your batter in a bowl. If it's, you know, some batters are thin enough to pour. This isn't really one of those batters that's thin enough to pour. So I'm just going to use my ice cream scoop. So I'm going to get all of the cupcake holders filled up, and then we'll come back. So I have all of my cupcake tins filled. So we're going to give her a shimmy and a shake. And then we're going to tap her lightly, just to make sure that everything is settled and there's no air pockets. And that's what your unbaked purple velvet cupcake should look like. So we're going to bake these in a 350-degree oven until the toothpick in the center comes out clean. Next, I'm going to show you how to make the cream cheese frosting for these purple velvet cupcakes. You don't want to miss this. Y'all don't go nowhere. So now we're going to get started on our cream cheese frosting. So in my bowl, I have 2 sticks of room temperature butter. I'm going to add 1 package of softened room temperature cream cheese. I'm using my whisk attachment for this. So I'm going to put my attachment down in the mixer, and we're going to combine the cream cheese and butter together until it becomes a little smooth and creamy. And then we'll add our powdered sugar. So our butter and our cream cheese has been whisking until it became a little creamy. So now we're going to add powdered sugar. And as always, EandE family, the amount of powdered sugar you add depends on the amount of sweetness you like. I'm starting with a couple cups of powdered sugar. And to that, we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So we're going to get our paddle back down in our mixer, and we're going to get this combined. So let's do a taste test to see if we need to add any more powdered sugar. Just a little bit. Not even a half a cup. Just a little bit. Okay. Now let's mix this around. And then we'll do another taste test. Perfect. So our cupcakes are almost cool. We're going to frost them. And when we come back, You already know what's going to happen. We are going to get a taste of these purple velvet cupcakes. You don't want to miss this. Y'all don't go nowhere. Our cupcakes are complete. Aren't they? They almost have an elegant look to them, don't they? They're beautiful. And I cut one open because I wanted you to see what it looked like on the inside. It's dark. It's a really dark purple. But let's get a taste of this deliciousness. The thing is, I don't like red velvet cake. And as we all know, the food coloring doesn't have any taste. But for some reason, in a cupcake form, I like purple velvet cake. The only thing that changes is the food coloring. That's it. The recipe stays the same. But, I like this. It's really good. This would be good for any party. You know, function you're having. It's absolutely perfect. Very good. As I always tell you, EandE family, I promise you, they will not be disappointed. And that's it for today, EandE family. Like, share, comment on this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so that you can be notified when a new video is uploaded. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. The links are in the description box below. Also, EandE fam, I have a new t-shirt line. Check out the t-shirts. I'm going to leave the link in my description box. And as always, EandE family, don't forget to live a little and love a lot. Y'all be easy. Go ahead. Try these out and make them. No, I don't steer you wrong. Bye, y'all.